And you can ask your question by calling Rockline at 1-800-344-ROCK, exclusively on 106.7 KAZY, the Rock of Denver. Welcome back to Rockline. I'm Bob Coburn. It's an evening with Def Leppard. We go back to the telephone now. Our phone call from this time around is from Denver, Colorado. It's Ken listening to 106.7 KAZY. Good evening, Ken.
Hi, how are you doing, guys?
How are you?
Pretty good.
Mate.
Hello.
First of all, before I get to my question, I'd just like to say hi to my good friends, Brandon, Laura, Charisma, and Studley Jason. And thank you. I had a question regarding the release of Hysteria. I read a story in Hit Parader magazine recently, and they reported, since you guys were taking a lot of time recording the album, that Polygram Records gave you an ultimatum, so you would be forced to give them the final tapes for the album by a certain time. And I'd like to know, one, if that is true, and two, if it isn't true, what Polygram Records' attitude was towards your recording style of striving for perfection and not really worrying about how long it took to actually finish the album.
Well, to be quite honest, I wouldn't believe anything you read in Hit Parader. They invent our interviews. My good friend Andy Session will tell you all about that if you ever speak to him. As regards the ultimatum, we never had an ultimatum from Phonogram. They basically let us go in the studio. We locked the door. They knew we were, when we eventually did get in there with Mutt Lang, that would be around about the time where they would be getting worried, because we'd spent around about a year in the studio by the time he joined the project. We just shut the door, went in and did it, and working with a producer like Mutt, you know that you're going to get good products at the end of the day, and I think that they were happy enough with that. So they were just more interested in the fact that, you know, it would be a good album. But I don't think they were particularly pushy about when they got it.
There you are, Ken. Rockline sets the record straight for you on that issue, and we appreciate your call. Call us again sometime. We're going to speak with Brandon now in San Antonio. He's listening to KISS, and he's on the Rockline. Hi, Brandon.
How y'all doing?
Hi, guy. Not bad. How are you?
First of all, my mom made me promise I'd say hi to y'all.
Hi, Mom.
Every time she hears Rock of Ages, so I promised I'd say hi.
Right, you got a rock and roll mother.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But anyways, when the song titles for Hysteria were first released, me and my friend Ken, who you just talked to in Denver, we saw that there was Fractured Love and Rings of Fire on it instead of Rocket and Pour Some Sugar on Me. And I was wondering, why did you take those songs off and replace it with Rocket and Pour Some Sugar on Me, and are they going to become B-sides someday?
Hi, this is Sav. To answer your first question, we ended up being in the studio for so long that it becomes inevitable that throughout that period you do write new songs. And it got to a stage where we did have about 16 or 17 songs, and we had to try and narrow it down to put them on the finished record. And it was just a band decision that the songs that we'd just written got preference over Ring of Fire and Fractured Love. But to answer your second question, they are finished songs, and they are going to be used as probably B-sides. Definitely Ring of Fire will probably be a B-side. And I'm sure you'll hear of Fractured Love in the future anyway, because they're finished recordings, and you'll get to hear them one way or another.
So look forward to that, Brandon. We will take a time out and return with Def Leppard in just one moment.